Good morning, YouTube. So, I have here the new Moto G 2015 edition. This is my first Moto G. I didn't get to play with the first and second generation. This is the third generation. They've advanced it quite a lot since last year. Full LTE. It's waterproof. This one, unfortunately, is the 1 gig RAM version with 8 gigs of onboard storage. I really wanted the 2 gig RAM version. I feel like 1 is not enough for Android anymore, and 8, even 16 is not enough. So that is a little weak, but it's got an SD card slot if storage is an important thing. And I really wish it had 2 gigs of RAM. Anyway, it's a very popular phone around the world, so I'm very excited to play with it. Okay, let's open the box. Okay, so the box that this thing comes in is pretty small for a phone. This is the smallest box I've ever seen a phone ship with. In Canada, we don't get a choice in colors, which completely sucks compared to the US, where you can use Moto Maker and configure this in so many different ways. Sharp 5-inch HD display with Corning Gorilla Glass. IPX7 water resistant. 13 megapixel rear camera with color correcting temperatures, dual LED flash, 5 megapixel front camera, powerful 1.4 gigahertz quad core processor. This is the 8 gigabyte model made in China. Okay, let us open the box. There is our phone. Wow, very nice. Quad core SD 2470 milliamp hour battery. I'll be interested to see how the battery life is on this. And let's take it out of the box. Geez, looks very nice. Very good feel in the hand. So, this says you can take the back shell off. And you should push around this area when you put it back on. Nice metal shell. Buttons feel good. Power button and volume rocker on the right hand side. Just the USB at the bottom. Absolutely nothing on the right hand side, or I guess that's the left hand side, and just a headphone jack on the top, like many other Motorola phones. And then there's a microphone there. And in the back, you can see the camera there. And there's a metal piece here, and you can see the dual LED flash and the camera housing. Ready? Yeah, and there's our phone. That looks so nice, as there's no logos or anything like that on the front. Just the black screen like that. Very, very, very nice. This is so impressive for how basically a $200 phone looks. It's taller than a Galaxy Nexus, but about as actually sits on the table a little higher. It doesn't sit flat on the table. I'm not fond of these phones that rock back and forth when you have them sitting on the table, because when you're typing like this, it's not, okay. How does it compare in size to an S6? So the S6 is a bit taller. And a little, not as wide, I would say. Not as wide. Alright. Let's see what else is in the box. No earphones. We have a Motorola charger. And then Moto G manuals. Wow, nice manuals. Put SIM card in, sign in. Okay, so that was pretty easy. Now let's go ahead and set this guy up. Okay, so here's my new Moto phone that I just got. And into the water it goes. Now let's see if I can set the phone up for the first time underwater. So here I'm turning it on for the first time. I guess I can't do the setup underwater because the touchscreen doesn't work under the water, right? Okay, so let's try it out of the water. Okay, I dried the phone. Now let's see if I can get it working. Moto G's ready to use. Get everything from your whole phone, maybe later. There we go. Stock Android with on-screen buttons. Got it. And feels quite smooth. Whoa, that is pretty snappy. Did not expect it to be snappy like that. Okay, let's go into the settings. About phone, Android 5.1.1. Wednesday, June 10th kernel. How much space does this thing have? Storage. Total space taken is 4.53 gigs. 4 gigs available. 4 gigs available out of the box. Not a whole lot. SD cards are would be a critical requirement here. Okay, so this is the same camera module they used in the Nexus 6. Cool. That's pretty fast. Just touch the screen too. Camera's also quite snappy, quite a bit snappier than I would have expected. And looks like it takes pretty good pictures, at least for good lighting and still subjects. Cool. I like it. Okay, so those are my quick initial kind of impressions of this Moto G so far. How do you turn the camera on? Ooh, that worked. Yeah. I like the little things Motorola has done to stock Android. Make sure your back cover is well fitted. Oh, I knew it's wet. Okay. Wow. So far, pretty happy with this phone. Seems to be quicker than I expected, but that's just my early impressions of it. Let's see if I can change that SIM card pretty quickly. That cover comes off really easily. Wow, it's so wet there. I'm so impressed with the build quality of this phone. The amount of value that you get for $200 now it blows my mind. This is really, really impressive out of the box. for what you're getting, and it's LTE. This is the first Moto G I've bought. The first generation and second generation were not LTE. The second generation they came out with an LTE one, but I believe not right off the bat. Anyway, now you get a full-featured smartphone that's very competitive, well built, looks good, for only 200 bucks. Amazing. SD card in, dry the back, reattaches just by pushing it around the sides, I think. Around the camera module they said to do. And tell us I'm on. Awesome. Yes. Get started. Okay, phone is set up and I will talk to everyone soon. Thank you for watching.